everybody, and welcome to Cooking It Real. I'm Kathy. I'm so glad you could join me in the kitchen. I got something special for you today, and it features one of my favorite flavors, lemon. Are you a lemon lover like me? If you are, or even if you aren't, I think you're going to like this. What I'm going to make is a lemon melt-away cookies. That sounds good already, doesn't it? The reason I'm doing this today is because in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have a get together and I want to make some dishes that are easy to make, can be made ahead, put in my freezer, and then taken out the day of, day before, whatever, and just put together real quick, finished up real quick, and saves me as the hostess a lot of time and anxiety, basically. Nothing worse than cooking right up to the minute the doorbell rings, right? These cookies are light, refreshing, sweet, but not too sweet. They're absolutely delicious, and they freeze incredibly well. So let's take these lemons, let's turn them into the best cookies you've ever had. We're going to start these cookies the way you start most cookies, by creaming butter and sugar. We're going to need 14 tablespoons of softened butter, room temperature butter, not melted, just softened. Now you say 14 tablespoons, that sounds odd. What that is one stick, which is 8 tablespoons, and then 3/4 of another stick. Okay, so 8 and 6 is 14. Math. No, not more math. Okay, so we have our softened butter, our stick and 3/4 or 14 tablespoons of butter in the bowl of my stand mixer. And now we're going to add the sugar. Typically, you would add granulated sugar or brown sugar. Today, for these cookies, we're going to add confectioner sugar, 1/2 cup of confectioner sugar, also called powdered sugar, 10x sugar. I think the Brits call it icing sugar. Anyway, that's what's going to make these cookies so light and melt away. All right, so we want to get that going, and we want to get it nice and fluffy. That's going to take a couple of minutes. While we're waiting for that, let's zest a couple of lemons. Now, fresh lemon juice is the key to making this an absolutely scrumptious cookie. So how I like to zest lemons is like this. I like to take a piece of plastic. You could use a plate or something like that, but you want to put something down on your surface. Here I have my microplane. It's not too fine of a grate, but it's good enough. These lemons are washed very thoroughly, and I'm just going to zest 2 lemons. I need about the juice of 1 lemon, maybe a little bit more, but I do want the zest of 2 lemons, so I'm gonna zest them both. If you don't have one of these microplanes, you can use the coarse side of a box grater. In a pinch, you could use your potato peeler or a very sharp knife and cut the skin off the lemon, making care not to get the white part as much as possible, and then just finely mince it up with a knife. But this is by far the easiest way. I need 1 tablespoon for the cookie dough, according to the recipe, but you know me, more is always better. So we're going to see. That is about 1 tablespoon. I think I'm going to zest both lemons, and then there's a frosting that is optional, but I'm going to show it to you, and we can use the rest of the zest for the frosting to decorate. That'll be fabulous. Okay, that's good. I'd say that's 1.5 tablespoons, somewhere along those lines. I'm just going to put that off to the side for now and get my mixer back. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, I bet that tastes good. You know me, I love the sugar and butter together. Let me take a little taste just to make sure. Yum. Okay, I'm going to take about 1 tablespoon of that zest. Put it right in there. and I need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So let me get my squeezy. Push you off to the side for just a second. Let me roll this lemon a little bit to release the juice. Where's my knife? Here it is. Oh, it smells so good. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What to do with your lemon rinds? Do you have a garbage disposal in your sink? If you do, cut your lemon rind into 2 or 3 pieces and grind it up in there. That'll freshen things up and make it fabulous. Okay, let's turn you around a little bit. I think this might be about 2 tablespoons. Let's just see. All right. Plus, I still have that whole other lemon. And if I don't use it, I will eat it because I will eat a lemon. Yes, I will. I like it with the skin on best, but I will eat it nonetheless. All right, come back in here, my friend. And let's see how much we got. That's 1 tablespoon. Yep. And 2. Okay, we got leftovers. Perfect. We're going to use that for the frosting. All right, let's get that a little mix. Fluffy. Now we're going to do something I don't usually do. Today, there will be no bad girl baking. Don't panic. Don't panic. Bad Girl Baker is still your friend. But because these are a different kind of cookie, they're very light, they're very delicate, I want to do it right. Okay, so I'm going to follow the directions and I am going to use a small bowl to mix my dry ingredients before I put them into my mixer. Bet you thought you'd never see the day. Start with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. That's 1.5. I need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm using kosher salt. Okay, and I need, and this is what is different than most recipes, I need to throw this around a little bit, but I need a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. That is 4 tablespoons. There we go. Put that in. Easy peasy. Thank you. And now I'm just going to use my whisk and mix this all together as best I can. Ta-da! Good girl baking! Yay! So now we want to add this flour, they say in 4 batches. Okay, so I use my 1/2 cup measure. I'm gonna put 1/2 cup in and I'm gonna get it going till that's incorporated. Then I'm gonna add the next batch. Get that incorporated. Now see, if I had an overhead camera, you could see this really good, but I don't. All right, I'm gonna add the rest of it from the bowl. Make sure come on, everybody into the pool. There we go. I think I got pretty much everybody. All right, now we're gonna finish this up. Okay, that's that. Now, scrape this down, scrape the sides down. What we're going to do is we're going to take this dough and we're going to cover it with plastic wrap, and we're going to put it in the fridge for at least an hour. Now, if you can't fit your mixing bowl into the fridge, you can transfer this to a smaller bowl that will fit in your fridge. Or if you got room, just put some plastic on it and let it be. Try to get as much of this down as I can off of the beater. And there's no egg in this, so if you wanted to take a little taste, nobody's stopping you. Okay, that's what it looks like, all nice and scraped down. All right, so plastic wrap into the fridge, 1 hour or so. You can do this the day ahead if you want to, and then we'll bake. An hour has passed. I've taken my cookie dough out of the refrigerator. I have a parchment lined cookie sheet, and I am preheating my oven to 350 degrees. Now, let's make some cookies. Now I have a 1.5 inch scoop here. I'm going to try using it. Let's just see. Okay, what you want to do is you want to get your dough into your impeccably clean hands, and you want to roll it into a tight ball. And I'm just going to put these on the sheet. Not going to be crazy about how perfect they are or how even. I just want them to be all relatively the same. So let me speed this up for you. Pressing them down just a little bit. And I'm going to cook these at 350 for 13 to 15 minutes or so. Depends on your oven, as always. So let's see. Is that nice and flat? It's flat-ish. Okay. Into the oven, 13 to 15 minutes. I'm going to check it at 13. I'm only going to make one tray at a time, so I'm going to put this back in the fridge while I wait for the other ones to bake. Okay, and while we're waiting, let's make our icing. Now, after they bake, we're going to let them cool completely before we ice them. So, you know, we got plenty of time. If you're going to freeze them, like I said I was going to do, I'm going to make some, bake some perfectly, and then I'm going to freeze the rest. You don't want to frost them before you freeze them. So I'm only going to make half a batch of the icing. Normally you would use 1 cup of the confectioner sugar. So I'm just going to use a half a cup. This is my 1/4 cup measure. That's a half a cup. And I need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice for 1/2 a cup. This is our leftover lemon juice. We'll start with that. Got my little bended whisk. Get that mixed up. See how it looks. You don't want it to be too runny, but you don't want it to be too stiff. So I think you need a few more drops. And really, you got to go drop by drop. That's about 4 or 5 drops. See how that changes things? I'm going to have another little drop. Yeah, a little bit more. Boop, 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 boop. Another 4 or 5 drops. If you overdo it, Just add more of the powdered sugar. Okay, we're going to let that be that for now. And we can always make adjustments later. Okay, now let's wait for our cookies to bake.
When they're finished baking, the cookies will be pale in color with a light brown around the edges. Flip one over, it should be light brown on the bottom. Then we want to take them off the cookie sheet and put them on a cooling rack. And if you're going to frost them or freeze them, you want them to cool completely.
Okay, and here is round 2. I'm going to put these on this side because these are really kind of cool and just about ready to be frosted. And I have to say that these did take about 20 minutes in my oven. So, you know, it seems my oven is just a little slower than almost every recipe that I give you. So I'd rather give you the shorter time and then you add than to give you my time and have you go over. So, you know, all right, we're going to flip these around. I'm going to put the hot ones over here and the cool ones over here. And now I have my frosting. If you remember, that was half a cup of the powdered sugar and some of our leftover lemon juice. And I'm thinning it out just a little bit more, I think. Trying to decide what I want it to look like. Like, do I want to kind of drizzle or do I want to spread? Need this for, I think I want to kind of drizzle. So give it a little bit more. Make it a little more juicy. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Okay, can you see that? That's nice. All right. I got a spoon here. And let's see what we can do. Let's get a spoon and just see how that goes. Is that gonna take care of itself? Just give it a little roll around. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Now let's put a little bit of the lemon zest on top. Oh, look at that. All right, come on, lemon zest. You come over here. Get closer to the action. All right, let's see what we got here. And like I said, if you're going to freeze these, you don't want to frost them. You want to do that after you take them out of the freezer and get them thawed, ready to serve. All right, that's a little bit more frosting on that one. Ooh, it's going to be a little drippy, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with more frosting. Yeah. All right, let's try it a little bit easier. Spread these out a little bit so they're not touching each other. Now, if I was thinking ahead, I would have had like a piece of paper towel or something underneath this, but counter cleans up plenty good. Look at this. Yeah, I like it. All right. And then you want to let that set for a little bit. Or you can taste it right away. I got to wait for my taste tester to come and help me out. I think I got a special taste tester coming today. So stay tuned for that. Who could it be? Who could it be? Oh, yeah. These are so cute. Now this looks so much prettier than the one I dusted in the confectionery sugar. So I'm just going to pretend that never happened. I'm going to put some frosting on it too. Oh, this is lovely. And I recommend if you're going to garnish it with the lemon zest, that you put it on before it sets up, just so it has a chance to stick. Oh, this is nice. All right, we'll be back in just a minute to taste. Let these guys cool. You're going in the freezer. I'm absolutely going to have to make more. Depends on what my taste tester says. If the taste tester likes them, I'll make more. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, just as promised, my special guest taster. This is my daughter Stephanie, if you don't know her.
Hi, everyone.
Are you ready to try some lemon meltaways?
I can't wait.
Okay.
May
You
I?
do the honors,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, my goodness. Where has it gone? It's melted away.
Oh no, it's gone already.
There's no calories in this.
No,
That's how she does
not a
it.
single one. That's why I made these.
Magic.
Mhm.
Oh, not too sweet. This is this is absolutely the same. I can taste even your apple pie crust in this.
Oh, really?
Like short bread.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is
butter flour.
butter flour. I know, but
Yeah.
it's just different coming from mom.
Yeah, it is kind of a shortbread type of cookie, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it does really just melt away.
Mm,
It's totally delicious. I'm glad you like it.
I love it.
Well,
Oh, so lemony, not too sweet. Nice, just beautiful lemon flavor, and even just like the zest on top, snappy.
it's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
So cute. Well, anyway, thank you for joining me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss a thing. And so until next time, keep cooking it real. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Do you want to try that again?
No.
Okay.